I'm Clark. I am Clark Fettridge. And welcome to After the Final Pour.
I'm Sarge Bonge.
Oh, fuck, Sarge Bonge, you're here. I was just joking. It's me, Tony. Sarge, wow. You're joining us for After the Final Pour.
Oui.
Wow, I didn't even realize you're here. Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
I don't know. This is After the Final Pour, brought to you by the Multi-Honor. Dan's here as well. Say hi, Dan.
What up, what up?
Cool. Sarge, welcome.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to say in France, but thank you.
Great. Dan's curated this After the Final Pour. Dan, what are we drinking, baby?
All right, so we have Bomb Atomically by Monkish Brewing out of Torrance, California.
My brother.
8.3% ABV.
Fuck.
So they have it atomically, and this is the Double Mosaic, Galaxy, and Citra
Ooh.
to bring this new double dry hopped double IPA. And my buddy was gonna be in LA and he was stopping by Monkish, and I said, "Hey, I have a record that would go with that. Can you please grab me some?" And he did.
Ooh, can we get a sneak peek on what record you're gonna pair this with?
I posted it like a month ago.
Did you? I fucking like it.
It is
For those of
Atomic
you that haven't
Bomb.
Oh, I did like it.
Atomic Bomb.
Oh, Clark, you're here as well?
William Anyabor.
Yeah, I just Serge had to leave.
Why?
He has to get back to France. I mean, it's like 3 a.m. there. He's got to go.
Weird that he just was here for the
Gotta get up
beginning.
on that trapeze.
Oui.
Trapeze starts at noon.
What do you? So right off the bat, it's like a golden hazy. It's not like an orange juice looking hazy. You know, it's not like
It's
super
like
orange.
a yellowish.
Yeah.
You can't see through it at
Very,
all.
very light.
It smells like, you know, and I'm not knocking this, but it smells like a hazy IPA. Like
Agreed.
May I say,
Please say. I wish Serge
it
was
smells
saying it,
and
but sure.
tastes like a hazy IPA not done in Chicago.
Correct. Absolutely.
I mean, the closest thing to this would be Hot Butcher, I would say, but it's still
Yes.
different from that.
For sure.
It's like Hot Butcher without the sweetness and a little bit of the hot burn you might get from some.
Yeah,
of
you
their-
don't get the throat burn.
Yeah, there are better Hot Butcher double dry hopped IPAs than other ones. There's some that just are a little bit over the top and you get a little hot burn. This does not have that hot burn. And the other thing I like about it is it's not super sweet.
It doesn't taste 8.3.
Absolutely not. It is fruity without the sweetness, and I like that. I do like hazy IPAs, New England IPAs, and double dry hop IPAs that cut back on the sweetness and really do let the hops shine. It's interesting because all the hops you read off, to me, that makes sense. That's like a hazy IPA.
101.
Fucking, yeah, exactly. Like, there's no Sabro in there. There's no Idaho 7. There's no fucking other random new hop that we're trying, which I'm not knocking anybody who does that.
These are just like the OGs.
Yeah, these are like the hops that like I really like. And I know that when I burp later, I'm going to burp like orange juice because I had this beer. And that's a positive thing. That's something I like about hazy IPAs. Brandon, you're not a huge fan of hazy IPAs. You don't dislike them, but you're not a huge fan. What do you think about this one?
I enjoyed it. And, you know, going in, the aroma definitely, like, hits all that hazy mark. Looks like a hazy, drinks like a hazy. And I think, I mean, my experience with most hazies have been kind of local ones. I think I like this better than some of the local ones that I've had. And I'm not saying the ones that I've had are bad by any means. Again, I don't hate them. It's just, like, I don't necessarily look for them. But I do enjoy this. I think it drinks really well. So.
Well, thank you for spitting in mine and Clark's face because we love Chicago hazy IPAs. They're the best.
No, I like them too. But there's something different about this that I find quite enjoyable. So
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. I just took, Clark, shut up. I just took another sip and like kind of let it sit in my mouth for a second. And this is not a negative thing, but I really did get like, not a vegetal like hoppiness, but there is that like very green
onion.
Yeah. There's a little bit
I
of
didn't.
that.
I didn't brew this. I'm not going to be offended.
I'm not saying you'd be offended. Dan, stop being so goddamn defensive when I'm talking to you.
That's exactly what I
What the
tasted
fuck?
at the start,
I'm still yelling.
but it's growing on me. I don't know if I've ever said, as this hazy IPA warms up,
Gross.
it's tasting better, but it is tasting better.
I mean, it has been 6 minutes since we cracked it open, so. And we're
Let it
singing
swirl
100
around.
degree.
Let it cup that.
Cup the bottom of the cup.
You thought it was for stouts, but it's also for
Also
hazy
for them
IPAs.
Dan, in comparison to like Chicago hazy, ooh, there goes that ice, baby. In comparison to Chicago hazy IPAs, how do you overall?
I mean, it's hard to rank it. I will say I'm not as opposed to hazies as Brandon is, but I'm not I'm not fiending for them. I think that this missing.
So it sounds like you and Brandon are on the same page.
But so
What the fuck, Clark?
all night.
We'll have our own hazy show sometime.
The
Clark and Tony hazy episode.
To
And
go
you
with-
and fucking Brandon can sip on saisons all goddamn day. I think we'll have a battle episode one day. That'll be
Tony,
fun.
you and I can see a saison from far away. Even if it's a mystery beer, it's definitely a saison. Even though it's
definitely
like
a
a
saison.
double barrel stout.
We know it's up. Sorry, Dan, keep going.
What I was gonna say is, I feel like this hits all the positives that hazy IPA brings to the table. It doesn't have the. I mean, it's definitely not like a milk or whatever. Yeah, milkshake IPA.
yeah.
It's not
No,
too
no.
sweet, like Tony was saying. I feel like it hits all the positives for me for a hazy IPA. Although I'm not gonna like reach for this over other styles. But I think it's a really well done version of it.
I think that's a respectable
That's
review of it. Clark Tholomew, what do you think about it?
As I mentioned, it's growing on me. To be honest, I know.
As it gets hot to like 90 degrees, I fucking love this boiling slop of beer.
I would drink this served at 90 degrees on a very cold winter's night outside. Has that ever been said on the show? I don't think it has.
No, that's a first, man.
No, but it's growing on me. It sort of reminds me. I've mentioned Watermark a million times, but the
we get
first
it.
sip
He
I
loves
have of a lot of
Watermark.
Watermark beers, I'm like, well, this is different than the normal hazies I like. But then by the end, I'm like, I want more of that. So that's what I'm saying. I want more of it now.
Oh, okay. You guys really gave solid reviews. I'm with you guys on all of it. Like, I don't like it as much as it's different. I'm not gonna say I don't like it as much as Chicago hazy IPAs, but it's different, and I like that about it. So it's kind of nice to have a different type of hazy IPA that's not super sweet, but it's got that nice juiciness to it without that throat burn or hop burn. Brandon, if Clark was walking down the street and you were just sitting on the stoop, and Clark was like,
Hey, Brandon, what do you think?
I like it. 4.25.
nice. Dan, if you were walking down the street, or I'm sorry, Dan, if you were sitting on your stoop and Brandon was walking down the street, and he was like,
Hey, Dan. How you like that hazy beer?
I would do 4.25, 4.5, somewhere around there.
and Tony, if you were walking down the street and you saw yourself sitting on a stoop, what would you say? I would say 4.25 as well.
I'm Tony.
It's me, Tony. Hey,
Hey, Tony, what do you think of that beer?
Moonlight and Estefans.
I think it tastes good.
That was like
You like it, the juice?
that was like Dracula.
I give it a 1. No, a 2. No, a 4.
That's good. Those are really solid impressions of me. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I think we're on the same page.
You're
on this
welcome,
beer.
by the way.
Yeah, that was good. Fantastic. You and Brandon both. Thanks. Yeah, Dan, thanks a lot, man, for bringing this one in. That was really tasty.
No sweat.
Fun beer.
Very good.
No, I wasn't sweating. Clark might have been sweating with his 9-degree beer over there. Look at that. He just wiped all that sweat off his brow. Hey, Clark, thanks for coming back.
You're welcome.
Dan, thanks for bringing beer and coming back.
Thanks for allowing me back.
Shut the fuck up. Brandon, I love you, man.
Let me do, bud.
And we're never having these assholes back on the show ever again.
Until the next show, here I am.
Here comes Dracula. Woo.
I want British Clark on an episode.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at the Malting Hour.